Hey, what's up everybody? I'm back down here at the cabin. Been down here for a few hours working on the trails. Worked on the watering hole, made it bigger, a little better. But now we're gonna try to get this blind that I bought. Show you here, it's a pretty good size. It's the Ram 700, I believe. This is how it comes in two pieces that'll fit together on the shell. And then you got three boxes here for the platform, the rail, and then the brackets that the 4x4 posts go in. So when you buy this, you'll get three boxes as well as the shell there. So my dilemma is I need to get this all the way up the trail system, switchback, and all the way up to the pipeline. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that yet. So my thought process is I've got the 2x4s here for the bracing and the 4x4 post, that'll be the legs. So I'm gonna try to use these 12-foot 2x4s, maybe strap them on my bucket, ratchet strap them on, set those on the 2x4s, and then hopefully I can strap that down and take it up the hill. So that's the plan. We're gonna see if it'll happen. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna give it a go and we'll see. Well, there's one on. The other one's gonna set right inside there. Then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna strap it up. We made it. A little bit of maneuvering through some trees, and we're here at the pipeline. So that's what we're replacing. We're gonna do away with that completely. Might take it somewhere else. I'm not sure yet, but it's coming down for sure. And then we're gonna replace it with this one. I'm probably gonna move it up to this corner right here. I'm a little bit closer to the feeder, and eventually it'll be a little bit closer to the food plot that we're going to put in. But the beans here, hey, there are some, but they're getting ate as fast as they can grow. Yeah, you guys can see through here, they're getting nipped off, but that's all right. I'm going to oversee this whole thing with Clover before I leave this weekend. So, but all right, well, I'm going to get this unstrapped, get back down, get the lumber, bring it all up, and my brother's putting the platform together. We're gonna try to get it up tonight, because that way if it's a little bit wet in the morning, we don't have to worry about not getting the tractor up the hill. So
we get it fastened.
that's how we cut it. You flush?
Yep. Yeah, perfect.
Go through, let me pass it through. There's a hook under the bucket too. One knife, and we can just set it up on the top, and then we can swap. jump in there with you if it'll help you. Well, you gotta cut the door first so you can get in. Okay. Now. It should hold itself now. I can't see your other marks.
Huh?
I see one up by your hand, but there should be one.
Right there? Right there? Right there. Keep going. You didn't tighten it up.
Is that bottom one tight?
Yeah.
Let's see. Alright, so we went ahead and got all the windows in. I did those without showing you guys, but they just have these hinges right here. All the screws go in from the outside. You can see screwing from the outside, screw into the hinge, and then you're going to screw into the window. You open a few of these up and let some air in. We can see a little better. There we go. So once you got that done, then you got the rubber seal that goes around on the blind that seals these windows up. Did all those, and now we're working on this door because I'll show you when I get outside that it's pretty oblong. You can see the roof was kind of pushed in. Let me step out here real quick. You might not be able to see from the video, but if you see the roof, I think it was setting on a pallet when I picked them up, and I don't know if the heat or something did it, but it's definitely oblong and it completely threw our door off. So we ended up drilling out the hinges right there, and then we're going to try to cut some of this back and put new bolts in and see if we can get it to shut and latch. I'm not sure either. Now that's going to hide some of that bottom anyways, it should. There's a nut. I said it should hide some of that gap on the bottom. We put the seal, I think it's supposed to go in the blind, but we went on the outside of the door just so we had all these problems, so it did help seal everything up besides this one corner. So we're gonna get probably some Gorilla Tape or something to put on there up the sides, but I think it's gonna work. The hinge lines up, everything seals with that on there, so it's not perfect, but it's gonna work. And then we got screws holding this now. I'm gonna go ahead and get some bolts probably in the morning and put bolts all through there, but it's not ideal, but it'll work. But overall, the rest of the blinds are pretty decent. I like the platform, I like the ladder. That was all nice, but just, like I say, I think where they set on that pallet and that top smashed in, it kind of made it oblong. We have problems with this door here not shutting. So I don't know if you guys had problems with it. Let me know if you had similar problems or if you've seen similar things with the blinds having these issues. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. But for now, that's what we're going to use, and we're going to roll with it. All right, it's the next morning. Went to town, got everything I needed. This is all finished up now. We're going to walk up the steps and check it out, and I'll show you what it looks like. So there's your platform right here that you have, which is nice to step up on to open the door. You have handles here to hold on to as well. Down below here on the door seal, I think the seal is supposed to go on the blind, but where we had to make this door fit because it was oblong, we ended up putting it on the outside, which covered a lot of the gap that we had. And then I went to town today and just got some black tape, taped up the edges there, and I think it's going to work. So that's what it is right now. So you got 4 of these locks here on the door, and those are just going to mount with a couple screws, or well, I should say a bolt with two nuts on the back side to give you a gap so that it won't rub on the door and it'll actually shut, having that gap like that. We went to town and got some cheap towels and cut for blacking it out. But here's the inside. It does have a ton of room. We went with 3/4 inch marine grade plywood, just so I'll never have to replace the floor again, and we're gonna put carpet in. They sell, I think it's $89. They sell a piece of carpet that can go in here, but I think for that I'll just get some old carpet and throw in. And it's pretty spacious in here. I don't know if you can see me or not, but I can stand up. I'm 5'11", so you probably got about 6'2", 6'3" worth of clearance in the middle. On the ends, gets a little bit tighter. It's probably 5'9", 5'10" on the ends. But right here in the center, you can definitely stand up. So, all right, it's hot. Let me get out of here. One thing I do wish they would have done is they put cross braces this way. But as you can see, the seam, no matter which way you go, if you put the seam the other way, then it's even worse, because these two are further apart than those middle two braces. But you almost need another brace in there, because when you stand on, if you just put 1/2 inch in this, it's gonna bow. We went with 3/4. We almost thought about getting decking boards, but we decided this is easier just to lay this out, flip it over, cut it. It was pretty simple, but yeah, we might end up putting our own brace in there. But right now, it's not too bad. You're not gonna fall through it all or nothing like that, but you know, maybe even some clips, plywood clips might help to hold those two together. But and then this, we went with 10 foot. Don't have to go that high, but I wanted to be able to see, you know, up on the hill there. Can't see much over this way because it drops down that side, but I'd say if you was only gonna put it off the ground 3 or 4 foot, it would have been a lot easier, but putting it up that high made it a little more complicated, as you'll see. But that's about it. If you got any questions on it, give me a shout. But right now they're on sale. I bought this one through Buckeye Outdoors. Vance's has them on sale right now, I think for $13.99 plus tax. So it ends up being about $1,500 bucks. All right, well, that's gonna do it. I'll see you guys on the next video. Appreciate you watching. Have a good one.